going on, guys?
Sorry.
Like, let me talk. I'm so cold.
We'll cover up.
Thank you, baby. What's going on, guys? My name is Ray McKinney. This is Nicolette Gregory. And today we're doing the Tortilla Challenge. I was showing them what happens.
Ray.
I was showing them how it works. What if they did not know? What if they didn't know?
You messed up.
Baby, what if they didn't know? You going like this, putting your hand behind it. No. You gotta hold it like this.
No, I'm not gonna do that. Just stop. Explain it. This is our last day. He leaves in the morning tomorrow.
And we won't see each other for at least 10 days. Can I get a kiss? Girl.
Okay, should I go first or you?
I'll go first. What's my favorite color?
Red and blue.
I have one.
Red.
That hurt.
Yes.
I didn't even hit you hard.
It hurts actually really bad.
Okay, your turn.
What's my favorite color?
Green. Okay. And that is 1,000% correct. I know that for a fact. Where did we go on our first date?
On our first date?
Yes, like I feel like our first like official activity that we did together.
We went to the farmer's market.
That wasn't a date. It's not a twit question. I said twit question.
When did you first DM me?
The date?
Yes.
See, that's extra. See, that's extra
I know what it was because it was so easy. And I've told you multiple times.
No, you told me what month it was. You didn't tell me the exact day.
Okay, what is it? Because you DM'd me.
Okay, so I remember your birthday is at the end
I'm not.
of August.
Come on.
Listen, so
Ray, come on, say something.
it was in August.
Ray.
No, wait, August 17th. Ow!
Ray, it ripped. Mine didn't even get the full potential.
That sounds like a you problem.
When's Lego's birthday?
December 7th. The fuck? No, his birthday.
No, that.
It's right before my mom's birthday. It's
I
the day
thought
before.
I was ready.
No, I know Lego's
what
birthday.
Year ago? 5, 4.
You can't do that. 2018. No, 20. Yeah, it is 2018. It is 2018. What's my love language?
You like to bother me. You like touchy.
Okay, you got that.
What's mine? What do I like to give and what do I like to receive? Shut up.
What? What? I didn't say anything. Words of affirmation.
Okay.
And you like to do acts of service.
Okay.
Yes.
What's my favorite food?
Sushi?
Shrimp taco.
Shrimp?
Taco.
Shrimp is a sushi. Okay, you can smack me. What nicknames do my parents call me? All my family.
Ray Ray.
Okay, you got it. Type shit.
What do mine call me?
I don't fucking know. Bro, come on, bro. You ain't gonna do me like that for real, twin. Type shit. If I could have any animal as a pet, what would it be?
Finger monkey. Oh, what's a dog I told you I always wanted?
What the fuck, bro? You did not.
Yes, I did.
Bro.
Because I told you I was like, I like Cookie because she's hypoallergenic and stuff, but if I really could, I would get a...
Pitbull? That one hurt. What's my favorite pair of shoes that I own?
Go ahead. No, please, Ray. Just do it gentle, please.
Move your hand. I put a switch on that motherfucker. We love each other and we don't condone violence. And the slaps were both consensual to both parties. On the count of 3, let's say something random. And let's just see if we say the same thing, we do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, so that's a no?
That's a no.
Okay. We're gonna have a tickle fight. Should we give them like a breakdown of why our relationship is good?
When I saw you in Vegas, like the second time, that like, it was already solidified, but like that really made me be like, okay, I feel very confident about you.
The dynamic of our relationship and give them some like advice, you know? I feel like that'd be cool. People don't necessarily understand us. They just know the videos, you know what I'm saying? All they see is my life, your life, and just like, okay, these guys are just, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not like we're just jumping into each other's lives and we just are complete strangers. And I feel like that's what you guys think, but it's not necessarily like that.
I've been posting lifestyle like for a while now too. So even like people, I was strictly fitness for like a year. And then I started incorporating legacy and people loved it. And I feel like now like there's some people I think are unhappy that are now like
but
upset with me. But no, my thing is I don't care about that. But I think most of the like 9 times out of 10, and I mean really 9 times out of 10, is like everybody's like your relationship. It seems so pure. Like
I feel like the people who got something to say about it is they don't really support you.
I think they're projecting too. Like,
no, they are.
It's something because I'm like I have a lot of people like all of our comments are like, oh my gosh, like this seems so great, and I've had like people that I just met this year, like people I've known for a while. Like I just was talking to G, and she was like, oh my god, you guys' relationship seems so like genuine. And so I'm like, I feel like we always get that. It's like, and I do feel that way pretty heavily, that I'm like, this is something I've never experienced before, and it feels,
but we know that though. But the thing is, everybody doesn't necessarily know how we feel about each other. They just think, but I feel like the bad people on your page are racist, and
I get a lot of racist comments.
They're projecting. The bad people on my page are just trolls, and they also project. You know what I'm saying? Yours is a little bit more serious. Mine's is serious too, but it's a lot more projecting, and people like just making jokes that really aren't that funny.
They're trying to get a rise out of it.
They're trying to get a rise out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like the elephant in the room from the beginning of us even making videos or anything was the whole situation that you have a kid. You know what I'm saying? That you have legacy.
That's still, I think, something that goes on pretty heavily.
It does. And I knew that. This wasn't a surprise to me. You know what I'm saying?
Like, she's got a kid, right? No,
you're like, no shit. I know she has a kid. We worked because I embraced that and I am okay with it. I am a grown man.
But like, you took it to an extent of being a step further, and like you talked to your parents about it and stuff, and like how to deal with it. And I thought that was very, very big.
But I think it's fucked up for people to say shit like that about, step parents. Oh, I would never take care of somebody else's kid. Half of y'all have step parents, or half of y'all probably have a single parent. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine, like, if you was to have a stepdad, say you did have a stepdad, you guys out there, would you guys go up to him and say, you a weak ass nigga for taking care of my mom's kid? No, you would not say that. That's fucked up. You feel me? And that's what I think is fucked up.
The family, like, whether it's your parents, it's like your aunts, your uncles, like there's a lot of people who have step parents.
Everybody has step parents. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? That's just something that happens in fucking life. That situation that you was in previously didn't work out, and I'm here now. I fuck with you, so by default, you know what I'm saying? That's just the type of person that I am. I'm gonna obviously fuck with legacy too, because now I'm including both of you guys into my life because I feel like you're the type of person that I not only want, but the type of person that I feel like I need in my life. So like, I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? Realistically, I don't really care what people say because like, it's not them. But I just be thinking like, what be going through your heads when y'all say shit like that? If your mom was single, would you not want your mom to find love? You know what I'm saying? Or if your dad was single, would you not want your dad to to find love? You feel me? Would you go up to your stepmom and be like, yeah, you weak for taking care of me? No, you wouldn't say that. But it's okay to say that to me.
I get very, very racist stuff. So it's like that stuff, it used to really bother me, but then I was like, at the end of the day, like...
No, it should. That stuff should bother you because that type of hatred, people project outwards and they will say stuff like they really act upon that type of stuff. That type of stuff isn't nothing to play around with.
There's nothing I can do to stop that. So I kind of just like understood, because for a while I was like, I would cry and be like, oh my god, I'm bringing up a kid in an awful world. Actually, like the amount of people that would message me and say positive things, I was like, okay, me and him are putting something positive into the world.
Yeah, you are, but there's still hatred out there.
Yes, but I'm saying like it's not, I'm not saying it's counteracting each other, but I'm just like, it's something nice, and me and Lacey enjoy doing it. Like you've seen too, he's like, record me. He wants to do these things. He likes watching them back. He likes watching himself and like doing all these things. And even like when we just did the tortilla stuff, I'm like, hey, I don't need to see that because he doesn't need to see stuff like that. So I'm like, I'm very strategic on what I allow him to see, the type of content I record, all that stuff.
Yeah, our content is very genuine because a lot of people think that like we just record every second of our day and it's not really genuine, but it really is. Like everything, like if we're not in the mood to record something, we will not do it. You know what I'm saying? And from like legacy standpoint, we don't pressure him into wanting to do anything. He likes to record videos. He asks to record videos all the time. If he sees me walking with my camera, he'd be like, "Do you want to make a video?"
Yeah.
Like he would like it's just
but
shit like that.
At the end of that last one, we were like, "Okay, we're done." He goes, "Can we make another one?"
Yeah. After we was done with what was that? The training one?
Yeah.
Yeah. After the training one, he was like, "Yo, can we do another one?" I'm like, "Bro, we were just hanging out for like 2 hours."
Yeah. One thing I told myself too, I wanted to make sure is like, I don't ever want to record something with Legacy that I wouldn't naturally be doing with him not in front of a camera.
Yes.
So like I've had deals like where people are like, "Oh, do you want to do something in it?" Like I'm like, if it involves Legacy, no. Because I'm like, at the end of the day, I'm the content creator. Legacy's a part of my life, and I like showing him and showing our relationship because that's me. I'm one of my hats I wear is his mom.
Yeah.
So it's like I enjoy doing that, but I'm like, I never want to put Legacy and do that type of stuff with him where it creates now him having to act in front of a camera. And I told him, I was like, never be a different person in front of it. I was like, there's times like where I've gone out to go train with him. He's not having a good day. I don't end up record. Like my plan is to go record and I'm like, hey, he's not having a good day. So I'm just going to focus on him. I focus around what he needs as a kid, but I still do record like the certain different aspects. Me doing his hair, I'm already naturally going to do that. I was doing that way before I even started recording it. Then like the training and stuff, he would see me work out, be like, hey, I want to do it. And I was like, oh my God, this would be really funny. It all like came pretty naturally, but
the journey that you're going through with yourself and Legacy, I feel like I'm more talking to them, but I'm also talking to you too, because you already know this. I'm excited to be a part of that journey. And I didn't come into this like, hey, I just want some ass, so I'm just gonna act like I like a little kid and try to get with his mom. It's not like that at all. It's like we genuinely had a connection with each other, and that's just a part of her life that I'm embracing and I'm willing to be a part of because I want to be with her. Like when we first even started talking, it wasn't even really like on some like, hey, I want you type shit. You know what I'm saying? We started talking genuinely like we was cool.
Yeah.
And then we, kind of got into it. But like I wasn't even looking for a relationship. She wasn't looking for a relationship. And that shit just happened.
We talked for almost 2 months before we actually were like, oh, I actually like you.
Exactly. We were speaking for a minute before we was, you know what I'm saying? Like
and it was just conversation. Like it was like, oh, what do you have going on today?
Yeah.
And we were talking, then we were like, okay.
But we would speak like that every day. We didn't
even FaceTime though. We did. And then we didn't even FaceTime till like a month in.
Yeah.
And then even then it was like just being like, oh, what are you doing?
Everything was super genuine with us. So like what you guys see isn't necessarily what really, really, really goes on.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes, there's a lot more substance to our relationship than what you guys can just see.
We pretty much immediately clicked though.
Yeah. For the most part, yeah.
Like, there was moments and times, like, I think we could have maybe had a disagreement, and it was like, I think it's the way you approach somebody first, and then how you react to, because I've had times where I approach people in healthy ways, and they just don't react in a positive way. So I'm like, it really takes two, and I think there's things, like, I've come up and be like, hey, I was just wondering about this, and you're so genuine back, because it's like, I come to you in a positive way, where it's like, I'm not attacking you, I'm like, hey, can you just tell me what you're thinking about this? I'm just curious about what your thoughts on it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
vice versa, we have a very healthy situation, and that's why things work.
I just told one of my friends this. I was like, I was actually very okay with dying alone, and not for the reason because I think I wouldn't find somebody, but because I didn't think I would find somebody I would accept wanting to be with for Lego. So I was like, I'm sure like in reality I could possibly find somebody, but not somebody that treat me decent. But I had yet to find anybody that treated Legacy close to how I wanted to.
Yeah.
And I feel like you treat him. There are moments where I'm like thinking, oh, can you maybe go? There was like a Legos plate in the microwave.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna ask him, but I was like, no, I'll just get it when I'm done doing this. I look over my shoulder, you literally brought it out.
Yeah.
Like, and we say stuff at the same time all the time. When you first met Lego, I went to go put him in and the weather wasn't good. And I was trying to like get my stuff in the car and then get him in the car. And I turn around and he's literally behind me. He's like, no, I'll put him in. First time you met Legacy, I remember just sitting there like, what? I've never experienced that. I know it seems so small.
Yeah, it does.
But it's
does,
so
but
it's
a
so
lot deeper
so
than that,
big.
though. But I feel like people just think like, okay, you automatically walk into someone's life and now I'm his dad. No, that's not how that works. I'm not walking into like, hey, you need to respect me. You need to call me dad. You need to da-da-da. All we're doing is bonding. Literally.
Yeah.
There's no title. There's no nothing to it. It's just all we're doing is bonding.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just the type of person that I am. There's nothing fake about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just bonding with a good kid because I'm a good person. You feel me? And that just naturally kind of just happens that way. You feel me? It's not like I was saying before, it's not like, oh, I just want to talk to your mom. So like we'll act like we're cool and then like get the fuck out of here. Like now it's our time. It's not like that.
He respects you a lot too. And I think Legacy's not around men ever. So I think immediately when he saw you too, like he was like, I want to be around you. And now it's like, okay, I respect you. I feel like he's like, okay, I'm learning things from you.
Yeah, I feel like it's cool to like teach him things and stuff like that. I get these type of traits just based on how I was raised as a person because my family was like that. So this is a lot of like information. I have 10 siblings and my mom and my dad has other baby moms, but my mom and dad only have 3 kids together.
And they're together right now.
And they're together still till this day. But my mom took my dad with 8 kids and took care of those kids like they were her. You know what I'm saying? So a situation like this for me, the first thing I did was like, yo, hey mom, how did you feel about that? You know what I'm saying? Because I already know that I want to do it. You know what I'm saying? But I just like, what was your mindset going into it? Like, how did you feel about it? But what made me feel better about it was not only the fact that I knew and I was confident in my feelings for you, but I feel like I was comfortable enough with the situation that you was in with your past. Just because that's just the type of person that I am. It could be like an immature, but just some people can't mentally do certain things.
I don't think it's wrong to not want to talk to people with kids. And I'm like, it's not. You shouldn't if you don't want to.
It's not. Like, you shouldn't have to. But like, realistically speaking, I have other options. I chose to do this because I like you. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I can't. No, I'm just saying. No, because people are like, oh, do you know that you could find someone without a kid?
Not
I'm like,
so much.
no, I'm serious though. Somebody's like, yo, you can find a girl without a kid. I'm like, yeah, I know that, but I don't want
it's not
them. I want you. For me, like that shit doesn't necessarily like faze me. And then like realistically speaking, we all have options, but we're choosing to be with each other because we like each other.
When I meet somebody, and like that was we really were not trying to like find anybody, but I was like, when I meet somebody, I want them to already know that they can step into this position. They don't have to yet, but I want them to be like, I am willing to step into that position eventually. And so I think we kind of had that conversation where I was like, you have to know that that's something you're capable of. You don't have to do it right now.
Yeah, that's what I had to realize for myself. I'm like, okay, am I capable of doing this? And figuring that out was like, okay, what is your situation with your past? I'm like, once I figure out what that situation is, I don't know. I don't think personally I could like fathom being like in something serious if someone else was still around. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like, oh, I don't want him to have someone or I don't want you to have someone for him. But it's like, it's a lot, and I don't think I could personally do it.
That's what I am now dealing with: you, your kid, and a third party. I was kind of straightforward with him, and then he kind of came back, and that's when we figured out we kind of liked each other. But that was up until that point because we weren't we weren't really even talking like that. We hadn't talked about legacy.
I wanted to get to know you before that.
So like immediately he was like, "Oh, I didn't know how you felt about incorporating legacy and how that works and what you want."
I was scared to ask.
And I liked that though that you did. But the way I introduced legacy to him, like I made sure me and him had a connection first.
Before.
And then I also and to each their own, I don't believe until we're like, I would even say like living together or stuff like that, legacy is not his responsibility financially. I made that choice. Legacy's mine. We do stuff for each other. He bought him Christmas presents. I think that was amazing and stuff like that. But I don't believe like, oh, if you're going to pay, like you need to do this for legacy and do all these things for legacy. You are already naturally doing them and wanting to be a part of that, and I appreciate that a lot. But it's like, I think it's a lot when people try to push on all these responsibilities on somebody.
I've done stuff for legacy, but not because you told me to or I felt like I had to or nothing like that. I genuinely wanted to because it's just like, why not? It doesn't take anything to do something nice. It's not like, okay, I'm talking to this girl who has a kid, so now I have to take care of him. I gotta buy him all his school stuff when he starts on his first day of school. Like, no, it's like he likes fucking Spider-Man. I could get him a fucking little web shooter for $15. You know what I'm saying? That's not that deep, but I mean, it has nothing to even do with you at all.
I think the thing too,
me wanting to do stuff for him has nothing to do with her at all. You know what I'm saying? I've been in stores, in sneaker stores or in toy stores, and I bought stuff for kids that I just seen holding stuff that they really wanted just because, like, why not do something nice for someone just in general? But I only not only do I have a connection with this kid, you're my girl. So it's like coincides with each other.
The other thing too is like there's also not somebody also taking care of him financially.
Yeah.
So I think that can play a lot into like why other people think that as well.
Yeah.
Their opinions on it. So I'm like, everything is different for everybody. How it's going is smoother than I could have ever, even if I sat out and put it on paper how I wanted to go, I would say this is going even better. And we haven't even we have conversations about things, but I think we kind of see if they're going well. It's like, I'm gonna see how this plays out, and it ends up playing out really well.
We're way past a honeymoon phase. We've been talking and fucking with each other to be way past the honeymoon phase.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm very confident because we have had problems. You know what I'm saying? It happens.
Yeah.
That is just life. You have problems, you have disagreements. But the way we have settled our problems is what gives me that confidence in us. Everything's not a deal breaker. My fuse was a lot longer with you than it has been with anybody else. Anybody else, anything they did wrong. You know, if I'm talking to a girl, it's like, yeah, I don't need her. It's like, yeah, you could go. But like with her, it's like, okay, anything that we dealt with, any disagreement, we mostly see eye to eye and we respect each other and understand each other enough to be like, you know what, this isn't jeopardizing the relationship we have with each other. It'll be all right. We could be upset with each other. We could be annoyed with each other. Shit happens. But it's just like, it ain't that deep. I feel like it's more of an ego thing with everybody else. I feel like it's more of like I don't want them to feel like they have the upper hand on me. I don't want them to feel like they have the power over me because they're right. Yeah, we don't yell at each other no matter what it is. Like, I've got into arguments for a lot less. You know what I'm saying? But we respect each other enough to like.
No, we have never yelled at each other. I don't think we're just not like.
No, we haven't yelled at each other. I wonder why. Why haven't you yelled at me? I mean, I'm not a yeller, but
I'm not a yeller either. But I just don't think there's.
I just think we work together.
I don't know.
That's what I feel like. The problems that we deal with is the same problems that anybody else who's in a relationship deals with.
But it's how we handle them.
It's just how we handle them that's different, and that's what makes us. You feel me? Like, have that type of relationship with each other, also, that type of connection.
Have you noticed, like, me and him have very deep eye contact? I've never had that with somebody. We will notice the same thing in a room. We'll be sitting down, notice something, look at each other, bust out laughing, and they're like, did you see that? And it was like, yeah.
See, and I was telling her this the other day. I said, we're not the same person, but
our morals
we complement each other. We complement each other. We're not the same person. We don't act the same. We don't, you know what I'm saying? But we complement each other, and that's what works for us. Our morals are the same, but our emotions are different. Like, the way we emotionally see things may be different.
I guess the way I would think about it is
like our opinions on a lot of shit.
Yes, the way I would describe it is if we're both in a car and there's a point to get up here, we might be going different ways, but we both get to that point.
Yeah,
we have opinions, and then I think we're just like, okay, I see your side.
Yeah, like
you see mine.
We just respectfully disagree with each other.
And then we just drop it, and then we're just like, okay, because I also think we respect each other to a point where it's like, I see what you're talking about, I see what I'm talking about.
Because realistically speaking, it's not that deep.
No,
if we're arguing our opinions on something, it's not. It's never that fucking deep. Bickering about our opinions on some dumb shit. It's not that deep. So it's like, okay, cool. We're entitled to have our own opinions. We could think differently. I like how we hold each other accountable for not only for we hold each other accountable in our relationship, but also in our personal lives. You know, like if she's slacking or if I'm slacking, we'll get on each other's ass about it. Like, yo, did you post today? You need to get this done. Do your shit, record your video. We'll help each other with our shit. But also in our relationships, if one of us is lacking in one area or another, we like, yo, get the shit together. You know what I'm saying? Not literally saying it like that, but like we just let each other know.
We do it like nice. Like I'll ask you, I'll be like, oh, are you gonna post such and such today? I can kind of remind you.
Yeah, sometimes I'll be forgetting. Sometimes I'm lazy. But like realistically speaking, if I was even too lazy or if she was too lazy, we would get each other up to go fucking get that shit done.
We're also both pretty high energy though.
Yeah.
So that's nice.
I'm a little bit more.
You're a lot more high energy?
Yeah, I'm a lot. Sometimes I understand that I'm being a little bit much.
I wouldn't say much. I think.
No, I think so. I mean, you might not think it's okay. You can admit it. I be wilding sometimes. I get a lot of energy. I be like high off life.
I'd rather you be like that though than like somebody that's not.
Yeah. I be high off life sometimes, and I be fucking tweaking, bouncing off the walls down there. I be bugging out. And I'm like, okay, maybe I don't need to be doing all of this right now.
I would have never guessed. I would say when I saw him, I immediately thought he was attractive.
Yeah.
But based off the people I've dated in the past, you don't look like them. I was associating having something in common with somebody that works out because I worked out, and it was a common factor.
So that was your type.
So that's why I think I thought that's what I liked. And then now I see you and I think you're the most attractive man ever. Like, when I saw you, I was like, okay, actually really, it was almost confusing for me because I was like, I normally maybe talk to somebody that looks a little different personality-wise, so you're like to a T immediately.
Yeah.
But I was like, I don't think I actually like that. I think I thought I did because that's the fitness space I was in.
Yeah, but you realized that like you like me, that I'm your type.
And you're super athletic, and I love that about you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, and we both are like wanting to do things outside or be active and things like that. The more we're together, the more I'm like, okay, actually, you're exactly what I would want in a man.
I cut the camera real quick.
It's like, I think we talked about it too. It's like, I feel like when I speak about it, I have to tone it down because it feels almost like I'm delusional and saying like, yeah, we never fight, we never do. Like, because I think there are people, like, I used to look at people and be like, okay, you're either not fully saying the whole thing, but I do think like there's been moments where a fight has presented itself and then we don't let it get that
we just
far.
don't fight. We disagree, but we don't fight.
Yeah.
We bicker at
There's
tops.
opportunities we could have
there's opportunities we could have fought, but we just don't.
And the way like you treat Legacy is something I...
Wait, and also people were saying that he calls me dad. He does not.
He does not.
He has never said that
never
ever.
said that.
He's pretty conscious of everything.
He understands.
He understands the concept of everything. He doesn't know the very specifics of, just,
and actually, I had a conversation with him where I was like, my mom watched these YouTube videos with him and he was watching. And he was like, oh, that's your boyfriend? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, okay. And so I kind of explained to him what that means and stuff. Yeah. And I'm like, it's somebody that wants to, be a role model in your life. And however far you want to take it, you can. And I just like presented himself with like what the goals that we'd want, but I'm like, you do with what you want. And I think he's very positive with you and everything. And me and Legacy have a very transparent relationship where to a kid's extent, I will tell him things he asks me questions about. Yeah. I will not keep him in the dark, but I also won't give him like a graphic version of it. Yeah.
You don't want his first experience with a lot of shit to be trying it, or you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like someone giving him something and now he's like got to experiment with it to know what it is or whether or not it's good or bad.
Your opinion on a lot of parenting, I really respect, and which is crazy because you're younger than me and so happy.
Yeah, I mean, I just understand how the shit works. I grew up around my parents going through whatever they went through, my grandma, grandparents and shit like that. So like, I understand it for the most part, and I feel like I'm excited to instill that into him. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And role model. And I like
how you say that though.
From a role model perspective. It's not like, hey, I'm your dad, you gotta listen to me now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like that. It's like, I know that someone looks up to me because I'm doing positive things. So it's just like, why not, lead him in the right direction?
It's kind of interesting getting to see how we parent before we have one.
Should we tell him? No, I'm playing. I'm just kidding, guys. So drop baby names in the chat. Let me know what you guys think and let me know if I should impregnate her. Should I breed her?
No.
There is something super exciting coming for you guys.
I feel like we might drop
Should we just tell them? No, low key. I feel like we could just tell them and then just bring them along the journey. Me and Nicolette have been long distance for a very long time. Not a very long time.
You telling them?
With extenuating circumstances and her wanting to be, closer to her family and stuff like that. All of that kind of stuff. Nicolette is moving to Vegas. We will no longer be long distance anymore, and we'll be able to give you guys content all the time.
I'm not moving in with him.
She's not moving in with me, but she is moving to Vegas.
Yeah.
Our next video will probably be either a Christmas haul with the stuff that we got each other.
I think that'll be the next one.
That'll be the next video. Our next video is going to be our Christmas haul, but the video after that, because we're not going to see each other for maybe a few weeks, our next video after that will be house shopping in Vegas for her place.
He's trying to get my dog pregnant with his dog, though.
I'm trying to get you pregnant.
Right?
My fault.
There's so much stuff to do. A lot of benefits to moving that are for my life, Legacy's life, and then like my relationship. It's not like I'm just moving just straight up for like, there's other benefits. Like my brother's in LA, that's 4 hours.
And Legacy needs to change an environment because I feel like that environment really isn't the best for him.
He likes the attention from you, and I think because it's like there's things I can't relate on.
Oh yeah,
I can't
he's gonna get introduced to all of the uncles that I live with. All my boys, Armani, Grady, Peyton, Mecca. He's gonna have some boys.
Oh, nights. And when I come out there on the 17th, Legacy's gonna be there. So
Legacy's coming out to Vegas. I'm gonna take that boy to the strip. Is there any other rumors that we need to clear up? That is not me and her kid. Legacy is not my biological child. People were like, "Oh, I think I missed something." Someone said, "I just started following you a year ago, and now you have a 6-year-old." I'm like, "Wait, hold on." No. We've known each other since August. You know what I'm saying? We know we have spoke.
So like, yeah, obviously we're not gonna post videos in the very beginning. Because I'm like, what if I think you're the weirdo?
You guys are just getting a very condensed version of like what happened throughout the course of
when I first told Legacy about Ray, I was like, this is my friend. And then they like had talked on FaceTime before.
Yeah.
And then it was like when obviously my mom showed him that video, and then it was like, is that your boyfriend? And I was like, yes. For like the first little bit, like we didn't kiss in front of him. I really enjoy Legacy seeing me being loved correctly, and I want to have him see like, this is how you treat a woman, this is how you respect your, like, somebody and stuff like that. That was one thing, because they're like, oh, you just brought this like man around your kid. I was like, no, it wasn't like that. Legacy has been asking me for a brother for a while.
Legacy did ask for a brother.
He did. He's been wanting one really badly.
I got you. I got the materials to do that.
I bet you do.
Yeah, somebody called her a gold digger.
I also don't think they know I have my own platform as well.
Yeah, she has her own platform and her own businesses and money. Yeah, we don't have to get into the specifics of our pockets, but
no,
we both make a lot.
We went to go to like dinner and are fighting over who's paying for it. It's so mindless when it comes to us. Like, it's not like, oh, I did this last time, you do it this time. Like, there's times you paid for stuff twice. Yeah. Or I paid for stuff twice, or like stuff like that.
You can only be a gold digger if a dude's a trick. Like, yes, girls could come to me because they think I have money, or they da-da-da-da-da, but I'm not buying them cars and bags and shit. I bought you stuff because you my girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, a gold digger is like, okay, cool. Like, I just started talking to this guy. I know he got money. He's spending a bunch of money on me. No. We didn't spend on each other until we were more serious. She does a lot for me. My sugar mama.
I got you, you got me.
We have each other. We could do... Like, realistically... We could both buy whatever the fuck we want for ourselves, and if we wanted to, for each other. So we don't need each other for things. Yeah, like when we go see each other, we pay for our own stuff and shit like that. Like, it's not that deep. We can take care of ourselves. Yeah. Gold digging is for someone who probably can't take care of themselves, and now they're just leeching off of somebody else. If I wanted a pair of shoes, yeah, I could buy it myself, but if I asked her for it, she'll probably buy it for me too, vice versa. If she's like, hey, baby, I want this, if I said no, she could go quite literally buy it herself. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
We don't ask each other to buy things, though.
Yeah, nah. I definitely did ask you for that VR set, though. We're talking too much right now.
Is that 5?
I'm gonna miss you.
I miss you too. We have good communication though when we're distance.
Okay. See you soon, babes. Mwah.